Most men have no idea how much power there is in a moment of silence with a woman. They see quiet as a threat, a sign that something's wrong, and they rush to fix it. They start cracking jokes to lighten the mood, asking what's wrong over and over, or over-explaining themselves to win back her warmth. But here's what they don't understand: when a woman goes quiet, she's not just pulling away. She's watching. She's reading your energy more than your words. She wants to see if you can handle the space without scrambling to fill it. The man she starts to fall for is the one who doesn't flinch in the quiet. He doesn't get restless. He doesn't rush to earn her attention back. He simply stays present, calm, unshaken, breathing as if nothing has changed. That calm tells her more about you than any speech could. It tells her, I'm not here to control you. I'm not here to demand anything from you. I'm here to hold space for you. And I'm fine whether you step closer or take your time. Silence is where most men lose their frame, but it's also where the strongest men separate themselves. Because a woman's silence is rarely about nothing. Sometimes she's testing your composure. Sometimes she's in her head. Sometimes she's simply seeing if your presence is steady enough for her to feel safe in it. If you break the moment by chasing, pleading, or over-explaining, you tell her you can't handle uncertainty, and that kills trust. But when you let the quiet breathe, when you're unshaken by her pause, you show her something rare, a man who doesn't need to control the rhythm. That's when the walls start to come down, not because you pushed through them, but because your stillness made it safe for her to open. When emotions rise in a woman, most men either try to fix the problem immediately, defend themselves, or shut down and escape. They see her intensity as something to control or avoid, but in doing so, they fail the moment entirely. What they don't realize is that emotional storms are not always about the problem at hand, they are about the space you create in the middle of them. She's not just feeling, she's observing. She's watching to see if you can hold steady when the ground shakes. The man she starts to fall for is the one who doesn't get pulled into the chaos. He doesn't rush to prove his innocence or argue his side. He doesn't throw her words back at her or make the conversation about himself. Instead, he remains grounded. He listens, not the kind of listening where you're just waiting for your turn to talk, but the kind where you're fully there, letting her express everything without interruption. You breathe deeply. You keep your voice low and steady. You don't match her fire with fire. You let her see that your center is unshakable. This doesn't mean you let disrespect slide or tolerate chaos forever. It means in the heat of the moment, you control yourself first. You know that her emotions aren't something you need to fix like a broken chair. They are something she needs to release, and you're simply there to make it safe for her to do so. When a woman realizes nothing she says can scare you off, something changes in her. You go from being just another man to being her anchor, the steady point she can hold on to when her own emotions feel too big. And once she feels that level of safety with you, attachment becomes inevitable. Every woman feels the difference. When she's around a man who values his energy, it's not something you announce. And it's not about playing games, it's an energy she can sense. You don't jump at every notification on your phone. You don't rearrange your life to fit into hers at a moment's notice. You don't over-explain yourself to avoid being misunderstood. These small actions send a powerful message. Your time, your focus, and your peace are not things you hand out carelessly. Most men operate from a place of fear of losing her interest, fear of missing their chance, fear of being forgotten. They answer instantly. They overcommit. They drop everything, all in an effort to prove they care. But in doing so, they communicate something dangerous. My energy is for anyone who asks for it, and that instantly lowers their value. The man who earns her deep respect and attraction moves differently. He doesn't ignore her out of spite, but he also doesn't abandon his priorities to win points. His life has its own rhythm, and she must adapt to it just as much as he adapts to hers. When you live this way, you're showing her that your world doesn't orbit around her, it stands on its own. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates you open by choice. And when a woman senses that you're deliberate about who and what gets your emotional energy, it creates intrigue. She starts to wonder why you're so selective, what makes you decide someone is worth letting in. That curiosity is powerful. In the end, protecting your energy isn't about pushing people away, it's about respecting yourself enough to give only what you can give fully. And the moment she realizes you live by that principle, she can't help but lean in. Here's the paradox most men never grasp. The less you make a woman the center of your world, the more she feels pulled into it. It's not about neglect, it's about having a life that's already in motion before she arrives. A man with purpose moves differently. His days have structure. His goals aren't just dreams he talks about, they're actions he's already taking. And that creates a magnetic pull she can feel without you ever having to sell yourself. Most men think talking about their ambition is enough. They tell women their plans, their dreams, their visions. But words are cheap. What draws her in is seeing you already living the life you talk about. It's waking up early to work on your craft, training your body, building your business, improving yourself, not because she's watching, but because it's who you are. When you're already moving forward, she feels like she's stepping into something alive, something with momentum. You're not waiting for her to inspire you, you've already chosen yourself. That self-sufficiency is rare, and it changes the dynamic completely. Instead of you chasing her to fill a void, she starts imagining how she could fit into what you've built. The beauty is, you're not trying to make her fit. You're not bending your mission to keep her. You're inviting her to join the ride if she chooses, but you're fine whether she does or not. That's when she feels the most drawn, when she realizes she's dealing with a man who is whole on his own. Women aren't looking to be your reason to grow. They want to witness growth and feel part of it. And when she sees that you were already on your path before she appeared, she can't help but wonder where that path might take you. Both being emotionally unavailable in the right way has nothing to do with being cold or distant. It's about being composed. It's about having such a steady center that nothing and no one can easily shake you. A woman feels this in the way you move through life. You're not quick to react to her mood swings. You're not desperate for constant reassurance. You're not letting every shift in her tone send you into panic mode. Instead, you're grounded, clear, and unmoved by small storms. Most men don't realize how attractive that is. They either cling when they feel her slipping away, or they lash out when they feel challenged. Both reactions make her feel like she has too much control over your emotional state. But the man with emotional gravity never hands over that control. He listens, he observes, and he responds with intention if he responds at all. This doesn't mean you're detached from her feelings. It means you can hold space for them without being pulled under by them. You don't chase when she withdraws. You don't explode when she's frustrated. You remain steady, because you understand something most men don't. Emotional attraction comes from safety and respect, not chaos. When a woman realizes her most intense emotions can't rattle you, something shifts inside her. Her curiosity grows. She starts to feel a rare kind of desire, not the kind that burns out quickly, but the kind that deepens over time. It's the desire to be close to a man who feels unshakable. Your emotional gravity works like the pull of the earth. It doesn't demand, it simply draws. And once she feels it, she doesn't just want to be near you. She begins to attach, not because you chased her, but because you stood so firm she couldn't help but come closer.